the fourth time in 5 matches, AFC Liverpool faced a side chasing promotion as they welcome Runcorn Town to Valerie Park. The visitors arrived having suffered just 1 defeat in their last 20 league games, while the Reds were looking to do the double over Runcorn Town, having beaten them 3-1 at Pavilions back in August. Runcorn Town kicked off and immediately set out their game plan of getting the ball forward as quickly as possible. Danny Dalton's ball over the top set Phil Howard away down the right, and the Town striker laid the ball back to Paul Shanley, but he blasted well over. The night wouldn't be one Shanley would remember too fondly, as he went on to miss 3 further good opportunities to grab himself a goal, the first of which came 10 minutes later when he broke the offside trap to collect Daniel Toon's ball forward, but put too much on his lob when one-on-one with Sean Lake. 30 minutes in, the visitors felt aggrieved when Phil Howard had a goal chalked off after the referee penalised Christopher Lawton for blocking off Sean Lake on the line prior to Danny Dalton heading the ball back across goal. A minute later, that grievance was further sharpened when the visitors felt they were denied a clear penalty. Phil Howard raced clear of the back line before going down under the challenge of River Humphreys, but the referee merely awarded the Reds a goal kick. AFC Liverpool offered little attacking threat in the first 45 minutes, but Steve Jones almost squeezed in a shot from a tight angle. A bouncing ball broke into the Runcorn Town area, and the Red striker latched onto it ahead of Cole Wills. After getting the ball back from John Lawless, Jones blasted goalwards from the edge of the 6-yard box, but found Wills too big a target to get the ball past. Just before half-time, another ball over the top of the Reds' backline, this time from Danny Dalton, picked out the run of Paul Shanley, but like before, when one-on-one with Sean Lake, he put too much on his lob. In the second half, AFC Liverpool improved as an attacking threat markedly, and were the first side to register a shot in anger after the restart. Managing to keep the pressure on the Runcorn Town defence following a John Lawless corner. When a Steve Jones cross was headed out of the box, right back Anthony Brown caught the ball on the volley and wasn't too far wide of the mark from grabbing a spectacular goal. Though the Reds had more of an impact on the game in the second half, they were still susceptible to the visitors' aerial threat, evidenced by Danny Dalton going close when meeting Daniel Toon's delivery. Runcorn Town were also fallible to a deep free kick, as was shown when River Humphreys picked out Liam Loughlin, who unfortunately for the Reds couldn't keep his volley down. The visitors kept trying to press for that all-important goal which would keep their promotion campaign on track, continuing to stick to their Route 1 tactic, which on this occasion provided Mark Keddy the chance to shoot from the edge of the box, but he failed to trouble Sean Lake. AFC Liverpool were playing the better football, but were unable to create any real goal-scoring opportunities. However, one chance did fall their way when, after some good initial pressing by substitute Francis Barry, confusion reigned in the Runcorn Town defence, allowing Steve Jones to steal in, but having rounded Cole Wills, the Red striker lost his usual composure. Looking the more likely to find a winner, AFC Liverpool fell victim to Runcorn Town's aerial threat 10 minutes from time when Christopher Lawton headed Samuel Bailey's free kick back across goal, and this time Phil Howard wasn't to be denied by the referee as he headed in the game's only goal. Bailey had literally only been on the pitch for a matter of seconds before delivering the free kick, so his appearance in place of James McShane proved to be decisive. AFC Liverpool pressed forward in the hope of finding an equaliser, which inevitably left them exposed to the quick counter-attack, and when a chance to seal the points arrived for the visitors, it was perhaps fortunate for the Reds that it fell to Paul Shanley, who, though he got his effort on target on this occasion, failed to beat Sean Lake. Until the referee blew for full time, the 3 points for Runcorn Town never looked fully secured, but no matter how hard AFC Liverpool tried, the ball just wouldn't break for them. Into the dying seconds, Steve Jones managed to get a shot away, but it was blocked, and though the ball came back to Michael Gervin, his effort took a deflection that made it an easy collect for Carl Wills. Football's a frustrating game. You put in a performance like that and get nothing out of it at the end of the day.
Yeah, Paul, I've said on here before that that's why you love football, and that's why sometimes you hate football, because sometimes you just don't get the rub of the green. The gods aren't smiling down on you. And today, I thought in the first half they could have gone in a couple of goals ahead, and then in the second half we've battled and we deserve to get something out of that. But in the end, they've come away with the 3 points again. You've
turned the tide in the second half, really. I mean, apart from the goal that they took, I don't think they really troubled you.
No, in the second half, not. In the first half, they caused a few problems. We spoke about that at half time and made a few adjustments, and we seemed to cope a lot better in the second half and started to get the ball down and impose ourselves on the game. But it was a similar tale to the last few games, where I don't know if it's a bit of fatigue or just too many games coming in, but we just lacked that little bit of something today, and we needed something different, and it just wasn't happening for us.
And Steve Jones, normally reliable, gets the ball from a back pass and around the keeper, and you think, here we go, and he doesn't get it.
Yeah, I think when Jonesy doesn't bury one of them, I think it's not going to be your night. Normally he'd burst the net with one of them, and that's football, isn't it? You get a chance like that on the game on Saturday, and he'll probably bury it 9 times out of 10. Just wasn't our night.
Yeah. Showed you can compete with the best sides in this league and play some nice football as well at the time.
Yeah, we've played all the top teams in the last few weeks, and it's been close with all of them. 1 goal, 2 goals here and there, and a lot of those teams have played in a similar way, with a similar specific tactic, and we've tried to play in a different way, and we've matched them. They've been good games and good competitions, and like I said before, we just lack that little bit of something else, that little bit of magic, and I think that's probably down to fatigue and the number of games that we've had recently.
Surely if you'd been a bit fresher, you would have had a better result in the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I think so. That's not an excuse, but we have had a lot of games recently, and I think if those had been spread out over the previous 3 or 4 months, then I think you'd have seen a little bit more energy and a little bit more magic from some of our key players, and that's just not happened in the last few games. But we're proud of the lads, and credit to the lads, because they've put in a good shift in the second half. Having had a difficult game in the first half, they've put in a good shift, and they've raised the game. And against teams that play in this style, it can be frustrating, it can be difficult, it's a physical effort, but we've not lost our heads. We've tried to stick to what we do, and that's getting the ball down and play, and that's fair play to the lads in there, all credit to them.
Though you're not getting the results, you can still take heart from the performances.
Yeah, you can take heart from the performances. At the end of the day, we don't like losing. I don't like losing. Paul doesn't like losing, and none of those lads in there like losing. We don't want to get beat. As simple as that. And we've got beat tonight, so we're never going to be happy at getting beat or losing a game. No matter how we've performed, that's just the end of the matter for me. But we can take heart in the performance, yeah, definitely. More from the effort and the character that we showed than anything else.
Take this into against Ashton Athletic on Saturday.
You sure it's not tomorrow?
Could be.
Yeah, we've got a game on Saturday, so see what that brings us. Hopefully we can forget about this defeat and get some 3 points and start climbing up the table and get in the Champions League places.
1-0 to you tonight. Congratulations. The result meant a lot to you.
Yeah, definitely. I think we had a lot riding on it, especially in light of Bootle drawing with Alsager at home. It's a big 3 points for us. We were always under pressure to get the result, but it is a little bit of a relief after the chances that we had throughout the game. So really pleased to get the win.
You had 2 or 3 good chances in the first half.
Yeah.
Didn't take them. Did you feel it was slipping away during the second?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought we should have put the game to bed first half. We had 3 or 4 really good opportunities. Should have come in maybe 3-0 up at half time. So, you know, from that side of it, it's a little bit disappointing. But I thought we dug in and we limited AFC Liverpool to a few chances. So from that side, from a defensive point of view, we're really pleased with that. And we always felt that the opportunity would come for the winner, and luckily we got that and we're pleased.
Yeah, must have been pleased by your substitution because he was only on the pitch for 10 seconds before he delivered the free kick, wasn't he?
Yeah, it worked out quite well. He's got a great left foot, great delivery and good head back across goal. I mean, to be fair, it was very similar to the one first half that was disallowed. But like I say, just relieved to get the win.
Yeah, your views on that disallowed goal?
I thought it was questionable. I mean, he told one of my players that there was a block, but he told me midway through the first half that someone had hold of him. So he's given us different stories as to why he's disallowed the goal. So to me, that it doesn't really add up. But like I say, we've managed to get the winner. So I'm not gonna dwell on the referee.
And it makes it an exciting end towards the end of the season for lots of teams still in the hunt for promotion. Absolutely.
I mean, from a neutral point of view, there's probably still 5 teams down to Winsford that have got a good opportunity of winning the league. I still think there'll be a few more twists and turns before that final whistle comes. So we've just got to keep plugging away from our point of view, and said to the lads, if we have to grind out 1-0 wins till the end of the season, then that's what we'll do, and I'll be happy with that as long as we keep doing well. So yeah, very exciting. Not so good for my heart, but from a neutral's point of view, yeah, very exciting.
1-0 to Runcorn Town, but didn't quite get the result your performance deserved.
No, something similar to Winsford, to be quite honest with you. It's just direct football. I'm not taking nothing away from my lads tonight. They put a good shift in. Okay, they've defended. Again, it's deja vu. We've played when we've got the ball down, Paul. We've played and we've opened them up. But I've just said to the lads, last year we was a long way, as in performances and things like that. I said to them, we were that far away last year. I feel this year we're that far away, daft as it sounds. When we go and compete against your Bootles of this world, your Padihams, your Runcorns now, it's a credit to my lads, mate. It's a credit to my lads, and tonight it possibly should have been a draw. People might, for 90 minutes, my ears were burning because I think, I've been bad over the time in my life. But I think Simon beats me, to be honest, because he complains for everything, mate. But that's part and parcel of football. I'll have a little shinwag with him in a minute. But tonight's performance, mate, credit to me lads that we stuck at it and we tried to play. And to be fair, I've just said to the lads, if I ever asked you to go in, if I ever come in as manager and say, go route one, go route one, go route one, don't play football, just get it there as quickly, I'll resign. Because we try and play football in the right manner. And again, the lads, it's the beast I've got. They'll try and play anyway regardless. They're not a team for knocking it long. They won't knock it long. Okay, the last 2 minutes you're going to try and put balls into the box, but credit to the lads tonight. I thought they put a good shift in for the club as well.
Possibly the only criticism is they didn't get a shot off maybe when they could have.
Yeah, I mean, again, that comes down to decisions, that, Paul. You ask lads to go out and perform and have a little go for you. And, but I'm not going to criticise them, Paul. They're putting shifts in. Last year, like you said, you'd have probably looked at 4 or 5-0 the way they were playing. But we've defended ever so well. I've just been in to see the referee and I've just thanked him, to be fair, because that was a difficult game for you, that, matey. Believe me. But credit to him as well. But tonight, I'm pleased with the lads' performance, and I feel sorry for them that they possibly should have got, even against Winsford, we should have got a draw, and we certainly should have got a draw tonight.
Had to defend well against one of the more prolific sides in this division.
Well, they've got 3 players up there, or 4, 3 players that I know of, between them got 100 goals or something like that. But again, it proves what my team's about defensively, because they never got a sniff. But if you want to try and play football, then yeah. But if you're going route one all the time, then you know you have to deal with whatever comes into your box. Because they never opened us up once. To be quite honest, it was just turning us, and getting second balls. But you know, I felt we dealt with it all night well. To be fair, but you know they've just gone and put one ball in the box, which again, if I look at the video, or look at the game, and I just said to the referee, you know, it's a hard game for them, but that wasn't a foul anyway. That wasn't a foul. I mean, the kid up front for the Moward, for every time you go near him, he falls. So I've just said to him, to be fair, if he stayed on his feet a little bit better, he'd be a better player. But you know, regards the game as a whole, I thought it was a 0-0 game all over. For however, you know, if you talk about possession, Paul, I've got a stiff neck again, mate. But you know, I'm just disappointed with the lads because they put a good shift in.
Yeah, the three out of the last 4 games you've played top sides in this division, and you've run them all the way. And
but I've just said, I said again, I said, you know, to the lads then, I just said, I would like to have us played all the same amount of the games, if you like, when everyone else has played. I'd like to have us to play when, you know, when the lads are not as fatigued as much. I'd like to be on Evil Keen, you know, but I can't do nothing about the weather. And we wouldn't have been far away, but I'm telling you right now, we wouldn't have. But obviously, when you've got games in hand and you're changing fixtures here and everywhere, then, you know, one fatigue comes into it, and, you know, it's fits and starts. But, you know, tonight, and to be fair, the last 4 games we've done ever so well, to be quite honest with you. We just haven't had the rub of the green.
do you feel you got away with one in the first half when they had a claim for a penalty?
No, it wasn't a penalty. Because at the end of the day, if you have players going down for every 5 minutes or 5 seconds for every time they get, then the referee's going to go and out, isn't he? He's going to go say, well, he's falling every time he gets the ball, or they're falling every time they go for the ball. So no, it's not a penalty. It was just one of my defenders being stronger than them. No, it wasn't a penalty. They probably argue over the goal. The goal was a foul. So Sean Lake's being stopped from his tracks, regardless, you know, what they're saying or what the lad headed it in. The lad on the line stopped Sean Lake, which happened the other night, to be fair, and that's why it was a foul. Nothing to do with the lad hitting the ball. The lad on Sean Lake who stopped him doing his run.
Take this performance into Saturday against Ashton Athletic.
Again, Paul, you know, we know what the lads are all about now. These lads have a go, and they deserve a little rub of the green. You know, people might say now, well, look, we haven't started. Yeah, we haven't scored goals, but we're still creating chances, and we'll turn again. I haven't got no doubt about that. We've got, again, a few games in hand, so we'll come to Saturday. But it's a different game altogether, because no disrespect to Ashton, they're fighting for their lives. And I know what it's like, to a certain degree. You know, we'll treat them with the respect that they deserve, and, you know, we'll put on a show, hopefully for our fans, and hopefully turn it around and get to the points that we deserve. But tonight, you know, I'm really, really pleased with the lads. I thought they put a good shift in against a team that just wanted to go route one.
Well, better luck for Saturday. Hope we get more of a rub of the green.
I hope so myself, Paul. Thank you.